Hello and greetings, YouTube. I am back here with you doing another unboxing today. I actually got a couple of boxes from the same place. They're both from Entertainment Earth. They were doing a big post Black Friday kind of clearance. So I got some really killer deals. Uh, and I actually have a ton of unboxings that I've been meaning to get to that have just kind of fallen by the wayside just in the interest of, time and the holidays, being lazy, and so forth. This one got bumped to the forefront because there are some items in here that I intend to give as gifts. As I come across those, I'll either probably pause this recording or just set them aside. It's bad gift giving etiquette if somebody who watches this video, it's a gift intended for them, because then they would already know what it is and also what I paid for it. So if you see me do that, either a weird pause or as I take something and set it aside and don't display it, that's the reason behind it. But I do have a little cheat sheet here of everything that I purchased, what I paid for it, and what the retail, suggested retail cost, or what Entertainment Earth or another retailer may have charged when the items were brand new, just to kind of give you an idea of the deal that I got. Some of these, they said, were up to 85% off. I think as I was going down and writing down the price that I paid and the retail price, some seemed like they were even discounted more than 85%, but I didn't actually do the math. But anyway, without further ado, I do have this first big box. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it open and then kind of maybe peek down inside, see if any of the items that I know are gifts are right up on top, and I can just sort of set those aside. If necessary, pause the video and so forth. So let's just go ahead and do that. I do have my box cutter. Try not to cut, anything that might be, they really pack these in there sometimes. And, you've ordered a lot of stuff when they bring you two boxes. This one weighs like 12 pounds, it says. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in there. I've got my packing list. Okay, and right on top, I can see a couple items that I can show no problem. So let's pause right here. As I've said in previous videos, sometimes my phone likes to wig out if I let the clips go too long. I might want to reposition the camera a little bit as well. So I will be right back. All right, so it's a slightly better angle, feeling a little bit better about that. I did want to take the opportunity to show you this cool Wolverine compression top. I got this off eBay. If anybody's interested in getting something similar, these sellers usually have about a dozen different designs. Probably could have gone a little bit smaller. They're usually about $13 to $15. Behind me is also my Star Wars backdrop, because some items from here will be relevant to both of these, fandoms or what have you. So let's go ahead and start pulling some things out. First off, from the retro collection is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'll try to get these so you can see them without a glare. I can tell you for Obi-Wan, I paid $3.19, and they said the retail price for this figure was $11.99, so pretty dang good deal there. Keeping on with the Star Wars collection here, Bo-Katan also would have had a retail of $11.99, and she was $2.99 during this sale, so another good discount. Ahsoka, Tano, and Reva, I believe is how you say the third sister's name. Apologies if I mispronounced that. They were Ahsoka $3.39, Reva $3.49. Again, both with a $11.99 retail. I'm getting some hair in my mouth here. So those are the Star Wars. I think that might have been all of the Star Wars from that particular collection, but a good deal. The most I paid for any one of those, $3.49. All of them having an $11.99 retail. Now these are cool. Funkos here. A lot of this is Funko stuff. Now, these are pretty nice. They're like Hall of Armor, Hall of Fame kind of unique, special Funkos. Now, get a load of this. Retail price on this one and this one. Also Iron Man in his other armor. And I'll set these all up and try to do a flyby like I normally do, just so you can kind of see them up close. So they're called Iron Man. This is the model 4 Hall of Armor collection. These say they had a retail price, I know I wrote it down, $30 a piece. Guess what I paid for these? $1.39 each, which is obviously to me more than an 85% discount, because I think 90% would make them, what, like $3. So that to me, again, I don't know if my math is right, but $1.39 a piece for those. Pretty killer deal there. I do like Iron Man. One second. Okay, so the Iron Mans were the for sure cheapest things on my list, the cheapest things that I was able to buy, and I think probably the biggest discount in terms of percentage wise. So I thought those were pretty dang cool. Let's pull out some others. This is an Ultraman. I don't know how much of these I'll actually open. Some of these I bought knowing that there's, bigger fans of these out there who may be interested in acquiring this down the road. So you may only see the box on some of these because I don't know, like I said, if I'll open them, if I'll just use the opportunity to kind of resell them. So I got two different uh, Ultraman figures. This thing's just gonna keep stabbing me. And they had two different prices. They both had a retail price of $26.99. One was $7.29. The other one's right here on top, and one was $5.59. I don't remember which was which. If anybody's really interested, the sale may still be going on, or you can look, or I can look that up for you if you're really curious. But pretty big discount on both of those as well, and they're really loving to pick up that selfie light glare. But if you're an Ultraman fan, you may know more. These would just look like something that, again, would maybe have some resale value down the road at some future point. Again, all these items to be laid out. This is a Captain America Funko soda. This is what he would look like in there. I have a few of these, and I pick these up whenever I kind of see him for a discount. He was $2.89, but because he's like an exclusive, I think he was an Entertainment Earth exclusive. It does say that right there. They were saying the retail on that would have been $15.99, so to get that for less than $3. And again, that's what the actual figure is going to end up looking like inside there, depending on whether I open it or not. And it says limited edition 20,000 pieces, which sounds like a lot, but in terms of toys, that is fairly limited, right? So let's see what else is in here. These are reaction, and I really like the reaction figures, and so much for their mint condition guarantee. Look how messed up that card wound up being. I may have to talk to him about that. Huge creases in a couple places, but that's Newt from Aliens. And I also got Vasquez from Aliens. They were the only two that were really on offer there. Vasquez's, case is in much better shape. But the camera doesn't really pick it up, but I mean, that's like discount store damage there. That's pretty bad. You can kind of see it when I let the light hit it there. Vasquez $3.29, Newt $3.69, both with the supposed retail $17.99. And again, this isn't a price that I would have paid. I don't know if it's really even the price that they charge when they're brand new. Somebody may potentially charge that. Somebody out there maybe paid that much, to get these. But that's a little disappointing how beat up that package is, because they usually have like a mint condition guarantee. So I'm going to look into that a little further. I mean, it's $4 at the end of the day, so I'm not going to really cry about it, but you shouldn't guarantee something to come in mint condition and then, make it look like I got it at the thrift store. So pause right here. All right, I kind of repositioned my camera. I'm going to do it again here. Wasn't loving how much it was, my hairline's back far enough as is without the camera cutting off the top of my head. So this one, a couple of just sort of random items that were in there. This is a Power Rangers Angel Grove High School mouse pad that I was able to get for $3.39. It says the retail on that $14.99, so a pretty good deal. Just trying, man, that Newt package, and then this little pin set from the Book of Boba Fett with 3 cute little pins on there. It says Boba Fett pins. I'm trying to read my writing here. I know I wrote it down. And perhaps I didn't. I did. $4.69 is what I paid for these. And it says the retail for this 3-pin set was $20, $19.99. So a really good discount there. Keeping with the Star Wars theme, this is Omega from the Bad Batch, part of the Black series. And she's got a little creature with her. This is from her time on Camino, where the clones were originally cloned. So Black Series figures are pretty cool. My brother recently picked me up another one, which I'll do an unboxing for when it arrives via him delivering it to me, of Cad Bane. So spoiler alert for a future reference on that as you hear the jets fly over. So Omega was $4.29. And it says a retail, which seems a little high, but $24.99. I'm not sure Black Series are that much, although this is kind of almost like a deluxe one with the little, creature that's with her and all the other accessories here. Let me pause here while these jets go to war. May have lucked out here, and that second box might be primarily the gifts that I spoke of earlier. I'm trying to go through my checklist and see if I've discovered and located everything but those. It seems like we're getting pretty close, so that's good. That may be a good thing. I won't even have to bother with opening that other box. So this is a Grogu lanyard. I love Grogu, and I get pretty much him on anything that I see, and lanyards come in handy for park passes, work stuff, etc. So this one wasn't super discounted. The regular price of $4.99, it was $2.99. I'm not sure if it was even part of their huge sale, but I saw it, kind of had to have it. I think it just showed it to me when I looked at the Book of Boba Fett ones, so it's kind of a toss in, but $3. It's a Grogu item. I'm going to do that all day long. A couple of more Funkos. So Peacemaker and Vigilante. Again, I know the view of these is kind of glared and obnoxious, and so I'll try to get that right when I do my flip around flyby. These were another pretty good deal. Different prices on each. $3.79 for Peacemaker with Eagly. And $1.69 for Vigilante. Oh man, I can't do that without the glare hardly at all. But hopefully when I flip them around, you'll see those a little bit better. So both with an estimated retail $11.99. I usually see Funkos for more like $10, sometimes less, and I don't ever really even pay that for them. But hard to beat both of these for what, $6 for two of them. If you've seen this show, I enjoyed it. It's silly. It's a little bit violent, obviously, and crude and whatnot, but funny nonetheless. And again, like I said, how can you go wrong for $6 for a couple of Funkos in pretty good? The boxes for these in pretty good shape so far. Newt really the only one that I think they really looks like the Jets are on their way back. So good opportunity to pause again. My goodness. So we live just a couple miles south of a big Air Force base out here, and we have these F-35s that fly over, and they always fly out over our house. It's always four of them fly out and over our house, out through the valley, and then they come back. So you always hear four go out, four come back. I think they're done for a moment. I'm almost done here with the actual unboxing piece. And I was looking down my checklist while I had it paused, yeah, I think that other box, that smaller box, just has the couple of items that are gift items. So that was a lucky coincidence. I didn't designate it that way or anything. It was just fortunate happenstance. So this says Flying into the Weekend Like, and it has the Millennium Falcon. What's an aluminum Falcon on it? Hard to kind of see in focus. Maybe during the flyby you'll see it a little bit better. $3.99 was the price for the mug. $14.99 is what they wanted to have for the retail price on that. So pretty neat. And then the last item, and this is why I was wearing the Wolverine shirt. It's clear down at the bottom here. It's not the right Wolverine. My shirt isn't anyway. But it's one of these jumbo Funkos. Wolverine is in there in his original brown and yellow kind of suit, but it's a Sentinel. Look how huge that is. One of the pop, what do they call these? Jumbo, I don't know what they call them. But I thought it had some specific name, but obviously you can see it's a jumbo one, Sentinel. I don't know if that's to scale. Obviously they were much bigger, but then you see Wolvie down there. We'll get you a bigger view of him. He's tiny by comparison. I thought that was pretty cool. So this one would have been at retail, brand new, $45.99. It was one of the more expensive items. I paid $14.70 to get this. There are some cool ones too that they offer. I think they're just regular sized ones. That stinking light, giving you a glare like nobody's business, but I wouldn't mind having the Gambit and Rogue. That's a couple of cosplays my wife and I have done. Cable's one I'm working on now. Pretty dang cool. Pause it right here. All right, so just doing a quick kind of flyby just to sort of show you everything that came today from Entertainment Earth as part of their huge kind of closeout clearance end of year post Black Friday. 106 and change, call it $107. Was it $107 I could have not necessarily needed to spend? Probably, as I said before, or will say here in the near future. But a lot of really just pretty dang cool stuff that you just can't beat the prices paid on some of this stuff. I'll try to turn some of these over, just sort of give you a view of some of the other things that are offered in the particular collections. That doesn't show any, neither does that. I don't think any of those do. But overall, pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Entertainment Earth, I usually do order from them, especially when they have big old sales like this particular one. Get it flipped around and wrapped up. All right, and so that's going to be a wrap on the Entertainment Earth unboxing. Total price, if I didn't talk about this earlier, because as you know, I kind of shoot these out of order, I paid for $107 total dollars, minus the few items that I set aside for gifts. Retail with everything, including the gifts, that's the only way it totaled up, almost $500, $467 if you would have bought each of these items at retail. And that's, you know, without tax, shipping, and so on. So a pretty dang good deal, a lot of stuff. Did I pay $107 for a bunch of stuff I didn't need? Yeah, probably, but I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, you just really have a hard time. That one still makes me shake my head. But a hard time duplicating this or getting, you know, not something you get to do all the time, where you get merchandise for a third of the price, a fourth of the price that you would normally pay for it. So regardless of what I end up doing with some of it, hanging on to it, displaying it, playing with it, selling it, so on, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty happy with everything we got from this lot. I mean, some of these were just incredible deals, huge discounts. I mean, $1.39. I mean, that our Dollar Tree charges $1.25 right now for everything. It's not even a dollar store anymore, and so that's a few cents more, and you're getting a $30, you know, collectible. If you're an Iron Man fan, I mean, how are you going to beat that? How can you argue with that? So, anyway, that is, like I said, a wrap. Of course, now I'm going to go back and shoot my flyby, which you'll have already seen. But anyway, thanks as always for watching. Thank you for being a fan and hopefully a subscriber. And I really hope you enjoy the content, the channel, this particular video, and everything else. But more than any of that, I really hope you're having a great day. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.